Hello everyone and welcome to the Pokemon TCG April 2024 Highlander Monthly. It's going to be a great one. Today we got a 3 out of 5 set between P. Murphy and TRK. Should be a lot of fun. Thank you both for joining me. As always, there is no time limit here. Honestly, all you have to do really is just play at a decent pace, and you guys are both pretty experienced players. So I'm not worried about that at all. I'm gonna go into another voice channel for commentary. If you have any ruling questions, you can chime in that voice channel. I'll be in the one right below. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Super Missile. You guys start whenever you want. So.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks. See you. So yeah, we got P. Murphy versus TRK today. Should be pretty fun. Again, like I said, they're both pretty experienced players. It's be fun to see what I don't know what decks they're actually bringing today, so it should be interesting. TRK kind of was showing me what he was bringing. He was asking some pretty good questions leading into this because he wanted to prepare his deck accordingly. Let me get the scoreboard set up. Okay, TRK.
Do I draw?
Well, is this Pac-Man TRK? Never mind. I answered my own question.
It's Pac-Man. He's our sponsor. If there are no basics, do I draw a card now or on the first turn?
After you flip over your Pokemon.
Okay.
Before anyone starts their turn, but you both have to be set up, flip over your Pokemon, and then you draw.
Okay, so I go first, so I draw 2 immediately. Once.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, we are beginning. See Reshiram versus Anorith and Bulbasaur. TRK is going first, draws a double mulligan before drawing per turn. We see Munchlax, okay. We've seen Snorlax a few times, but not often with Munchlax lately, so this could be, we could be seeing some pretty new strategies overall. See the Karina opening, so he's going to grab, I mean, most likely a fighting Pokemon and a trainer card. Now, something to be careful of is that Reshiram has 100 HP and access to Outrage, so if TRK is not knocking out Reshiram, then Reshiram could just be doing a lot more damage back at the attacking Pokemon. See Makuhita level ball. Looks like he level balls for Ivysaur. Puts Ivysaur in hand. Benches Makuhita. Okay, attaches the basic fighting to Anorith. And I'm gonna guess that he's gonna go for fast evolution here. Grabs, well, Snorlax is not an evolution card, so that doesn't count. Hold on. Hey, so Snorlax is a basic Pokemon. It's not considered evolved till you put it on Munchlax, so you can't search for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab
Okay, grabs Hariyama, gotcha. Oh, okay. We got Venture Bomb. I like that. Okay, P. Murphy. Okay, we got Green's Exploration. He has no Pokemon with abilities out, so you can grab any 2 trainer cards. And because this is a newer printing, trainer means any trainer supporter or stadium. Grabs 2 stadium navs. Now he was, you know, P. Murphy's been playing Guzma and Hala for quite a while to grab, you know, he's been using them a lot to grab stadium cards, and now he's using Stadium Nav, which is a trainer card, so. And just right there, already grabbing 2 stadiums from that one. Might be able to just hold on to the other one if needed. There it is, the classic P. Murphy Stadium. Frozen City, gonna add a lot of damage counter pressure. Also looking like he might power up Reshiram for Outrage. And yep, DCE, he's gonna take 20. But that could be considered a bonus for Reshiram in this strategy. He is going second, so he's attaching the Cyclone Energy, causing Anorith to switch. He's going to be hitting for 60 damage, so TRK has to be careful. Yeah, the only way TRK wouldn't give a knockout here is if he promotes Makuhita, but then that means that Makuhita is going to have 60 damage placed onto him. So he does promote Makuhita here. We see the Fighting Fury Belt increasing Reshiram's HP to 120, and then Reshiram will be doing 10 more damage. That's actually going to be enough to knock out Makuhita too. Okay, yeah, looks like he gets outrage for the knockout. Taking a prize card there, 6-card hand. We'll see how TRK responds. Now, if TRK can do 80 damage, then he does win, but I don't know if... I'm trying to think of the, the Pokemon right now. It'd have to be like Armaldo with like 2+ power. We see Ivysaur with Evolutionary Pollen, putting Reshiram to sleep. There is Armaldo, 120 HP, Fossil Armor. If damage is done to Armaldo that's 40 or less, basically he will just take 10 instead. And while he's active, your bench Pokemon aren't affected by damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, Vortex Chop, pretty good. Reshiram has a resistance to fire, so the auto knockout is not coming into play here. And Rock Blast is a multi-damaging, can hit multiple Pokemon move. But at least he can, yeah, he can definitely Rock Blast Reshiram for 30, because Reshiram is an EX. Alright, we see the Shroomish. See the Rock Blast on Reshiram, and now P. Murphy will check for sleep. Okay, Reshiram is awake. Outrage will be hitting for 100. Attaches another energy, it will be for more. We see the capture energy. He will take 20 from Frozen City, but he's going to be searching for a basic Pokemon to put onto his bench. We see Kyurem. He might be playing Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem in this deck. Looks like he's going to be streaming the self-damage Dowtrio, or the outrage Dowtrio that can benefit from Frozen City self-damage. We see the Kaboo. Might have not it. He might, yeah. I think he's getting Kaboo out. Let's say he needs to get. There we go. Okay, draws 4. Now, if he had Soul Reshiram, yeah, he would have got 8, but that's alright. Still gets a new hand of 4. Could be some of the cards he shuffled in. But looking like, yeah, with Kyurem here, and he's going to be taking a knockout. That's pretty good momentum. Alright, we see promoted Shroomish. Again, Reshiram is sitting at 120 HP, so TRK will need to be doing 30 damage. Breloom is capable of doing that, so I think that's what he's going for 1 energy. Looking at his prize cards, probably evaluating, hopefully he didn't put Breloom in there, and now he's just realizing it. I mean, there is the possibility of evolving to Venusaur. He could go, he can go Venusaur, Miracle Aroma for burn. That's 20 damage on Reshiram, and then if he has a DCE, he can tackle for 20. Alright, we see the Scott grabbing any combination of 3 supporter and or stadium cards. Supporter and stadium card. Okay, we see Glimwood Tangle. Probably going to be playing that down before he attaches energy. Good call. Slumbering Forest adds to the sleep count. And Will, okay. Yeah, looking like he's wanting to alter his coin flips. Possibly for Breloom level X. He has not Evo Soda yet, but looking like he's going to. Okay, goes for Venusaur here. I'm guessing he's probably going to announce Miracle Aroma for most likely burn to get that plus 20. Now if he Evo Soda Venusaur, he might have Breloom in hand. We see Slumbering Forest. Oh, he's passing. Okay. And Reshiram stays asleep. Oh, never mind. His turn's not over. Okay, I don't know what the flip was for then. Energy retrieval gets the fighting energy. Does he have Breloom in hand? Looks like he's going for Stun Spore. Okay, heads. Reshiram is paralyzed. Just downright cannot attack or retreat next turn. Now, P. Murphy did say a while back he wants to push like a spread self-damage strategy with like every type. So this might be the dragon version. It's looking like it. The dragon type version of the kind of self-damage spread deck like he did with in the past with Golem / Metacham, and then he also did a similar deck type with Dusknoir. Alright, we see Guzman Alhala. Basically, I think this is his favorite supporter card. Just by he plays it in like every deck. I honestly can't recount. Maybe his Beedrill, Jump Pluff, Illumis deck he didn't play this, but in most decks he's been playing this. I think it's safe to say it's probably his favorite supporter Pretty good supporter, too. So it looks like he is doing the discard to grab a few more cards here. The new therapeutic energy. He might just attack. That's so good. He's gonna attach. I bet he's gonna attach that to Reshram just to get his damage and knock out Shroomish. Uh-huh. Bam! Recovers from paralysis. Yeah, P. Murphy is definitely going for a blitz here. Play Snowpoint Temple. All non-evolved Pokemon get plus 20 HP. So now Reshram is sitting at 140. And looks like he does Outrage for knockout. He's taking 3 prizes. Let's see if TRK can return the momentum. Get back momentum. We see Snorlax now getting the Pokebody and Pokepower from Munchlax thanks to baby lessons. Yeah, 20 damage between turns as long as Snorlax remains asleep. And then once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active, you may reveal cards from the top of your deck to reveal an energy, attach that energy to this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon is asleep. So yeah, it's some Energy Excel. And then Toss and Turn is able to be used even if Snorlax is asleep, so he's probably going for that. He's wanting to get that knockout on Reshram. Now, because Snorlax is evolved, he won't get the bonus of Snowpoint Temple. Getting the strong energy, okay. Does he have an extra attachment? I mean, he's got a pretty big hand. I assume he'd have an energy. Another strong energy. So Toss and Turn now is doing 70 damage. Oh, we see the Charon. Okay, get some more resources to your hand. Looks like he's not going for the discard for one more. We see the Bonsly. Looking to possibly limit P. Murphy's bench, but we'll see how much that plays into this matchup. I'm going to remind them that he needs to, so the sequence is P. Murphy promotes, and then you switch, and then he checks for Bedhead. Okay, so the sequence is P. Murphy promotes a Pokemon, and then you check for sleep, and then you apply Bedhead from Munchlax to cure him if you stay asleep. So in Pokemon, the opponent, the first thing they do is promote a new active, and then you're checking things like sleep. So TRK needs to check for sleep on Snorlax. Okay, so he's awake, so no Bedhead damage. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Alright, so we see the Cessation Crystal turning off all Poké Powers and Poké Bodies as long as it's attached to the active Pokemon. We see the DCE on Kyurem putting 20 damage on him, so now Outrage is doing 40. He is locking powers and bodies, which TRK has quite a few active. Enhanced Hammer on the Strong Energy, nice. That's some pretty good control there. Crushing Hammer, there you go. Very good. Probably discarding the Strong on Snorlax, so I like the synergy here. Frozen City will punish TRK for attaching energy by taking 20, and then he might just get the energy removed by Crushing or Enhanced Hammer. I see Trainer's Mail. You see the Venture Bomb. That is definitely a Highlander debut here in terms of the card being played. But it's kind of a win-win with this deck because he's running the Outrage Dow Trio Pokemon. Okay, we see the Venture Bomb. Tails puts 10 on Kyurem. Now P. Murphy's gonna have to be careful so he doesn't get benched. I don't know if he has any other basic Pokemon, but okay, you look like he's going for Outrage. If Kyurem takes 70 damage, that could be game. But the powers and bodies are definitely turned off, so could put a bit of a damper in TRK's plan. Okay, we see the Glimwood Tangle. We see Sudowoodo on Bonsai, we see Arbin. We see him grab Floatstone and Sleep. There we go. Tails on Sleep. Okay. Yeah, TRK will not be able to use Big Appetite into Toss and Turn for the bonus damage. He actually just can't use powers or bodies in general because of Cessation Crystal. Okay, we see the double colorless energy onto Venusaur. Looking like he might be aiming for a Mega Venusaur play for some heightened sustainability and damage. looking like he's passing. Yeah, that cessation crystal is shutting down the Munchlax big appetite toss and or the Snorlax big appetite toss and turn combo there. Okay, does P. Murphy have another Pokemon to put on his bench? He definitely is playing on the razor's edge. Because, yeah, just 70 damage. And Venusaur's looking like he's ready to go right when if Snorlax gets knocked out. So, P. Murphy is kind of understanding that if he knocks out Snorlax, Venusaur could just hit for 70 and win. Does P. Murphy have another basic Pokemon? I assume he plays Zekrom in this deck. See Guzma and Hala. The stadium could grab like a Brooklet Hill and could grab him a fighting or water Pokemon. We'll see what he does. Okay, see a discarded Stadium Nav, red card. Okay, looks like he's wanting to redo this sequence. And he wants to play red card. Probably saw TRK's 8 hand size there. Wait, I don't want him to shuffle. Red card is, yeah, the opponent, not him. Yeah, that would have been really bad. Okay, he is playing red card, making TRK get a new hand of 4. See the Cyclone Energy, no Frozen City, causing Snorlax to switch. P. Murphy's gonna need to play a basic Pokemon. If he wants to stay in the game, though, because of... Well, I mean, he could bank on TRK not having a Grass Energy. You see Frozen City. Okay, Super Potion. Hero down to 0 health. Outrage for 20. Now with Cessation Crystal, Venusaur can't use Miracle Aroma. So there's no extra damage from burn or poison that could happen. There is Mega Venusaur that can hit for 90. That Super Potion healing was really good. Okay, we see the level ball. We see Ladybug. Okay, we do see the Grass Energy, but Giant Bloom's gonna heal off some of that damage from Frozen City. In fact, it'll heal off the exact number placed from Frozen City. We are seeing Mega Venusaur. Here we go. Reduce damage to the Mega Venusaur Pokemon with fire or water energy attached to them by 20. That includes dragon energy on dragon types. Mega Venusaur has no weakness. Prevent all effects of attack, excluding damage to the Mega Venusaur Pokemon with those energy attached to them. And Giant Blue will be hitting for 90. Okay. P. Murphy is surviving here, but he will need to play another Pokemon down if he wants to stay in the game. See, the Pokegear might be hoping for a draw supporter. Oh my gosh, Lasagna, did you see what he drew while we were getting ready? First off, you got Yoda saying clowny mode, I must say. That is a funny video. I will tell TRK that. And then he drew the nerd Pac-Man, or Pac-Man's nerd form from that show, the Ghostly Adventures, because of the meme. And oh, and then nerf Gengar, buff Fairy Drop. Well, TRK, there's no plans to buff Fairy Drop, and Gengar was recently buffed. And TRK, what do you mean by the Alliance? It's not recognized by the Netherlands or America, so, you know, the United States of America. But any North American country, Mexico, Canada, they don't recognize the Alliance. What are you talking about, TRK? Anyway. Pokegear. Did he get a supporter? I mean, he's gonna need to play, yeah, I've already said this, but he needs to play a benched Pokemon. Also, Lasagna, look what TRK's playing. You know, I thought you were the only Snorlax player in general, Lasagna, but here we are. TRK's just trying to get favoritism from us. Oh, looks like he concedes. Yeah, because he's gonna get benched. Dang, P. Murphy had really good momentum, but yeah, he had no bench Pokemon to keep sustaining himself. But it was a cool blitz. Looks like TRK takes it. All right. So both players setting up. TRK is up by 1. I don't know. We've only seen Reshiram and Kyurem in the deck, so. A good kid. Watch what you say, Lasagna. You might take his ego to the stratosphere. You know what I realized today? If he comes back in August, the ironic thing is if Sax beats him, I think everything will be okay overall. If TRK beats Sax, who knows when we'll hear the end of it. I'm not even kidding. It could be for years he would bring it up. I beat Sax. Whoa, TRK, whoa. What happened to being humble? Let's hope that he develops being humble going into August. There's Zekrom. I wondered if P. Murphy was playing all 3 of the Dow Trio, and he is. Opening with Trainer's Mail. Now, TRK is playing Sandslash. Sandslash is very good at retrieving a bunch of energy, possibly with his poke power. Sandshrew has a very nice ability. Trainer cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their deck by an effect, by item or supporter cards. Also, I just love the art. I also like the art on Zekrom. It's almost like I chose him. But not for Sandshrew. but they did a good job with the art direction. They probably just asked Kodama, hey, could you draw a Sandshrew? And they trusted them, and bam, there you go. Looks like he's grabbing the cessation crystal. Now the thing about cessation crystal is it locks out powers and bodies, but you might not want to do that on the first turn because there's no currently fully evolved Pokemon on TRK's side. So there's nothing really to lock out, and TRK might be playing Field Blower, so you might have to wait timing-wise. But looking like Outrage is going to be doing 40 already. You see Green's Exploration. P. Murphy, I think P. Murphy's just playing the Dow Trio. I don't know if he's playing any other Pokemon. So Green's Exploration says if you're not playing abilities, Pokemon with abilities, you get 2 any trainer cards. You see Crushing Hammer. Two Crushing Hammer. Gotcha. There's the Venture Bomb. It's a win-win here. It's basically plus 10. Because if he gets Tails, the 10 damage just goes on Zekrom. And that just does more damage for Outrage. He is attaching Cessation Crystal from the get-go. And he's doing Outrage. Sandshrews got 10 HP left. Now this is tricky. TRK technically can attach 2 energy because he's going second, but with Frozen City out, that's going to be 40 damage on his board. See Makuhita, Ladybug, so he's not going to get donked. Or benched in this case. It's not really donking in Highlander. Okay, we see the Scott gonna grab a 3-card combination of supporters and stadiums. Grabbing Karina, Glenwood, Tangle, and Slumbering Forest. Now, I do like the synergy of using Sand Slash to grab resources, because with Scott, you're grabbing supporters and stadiums, but you can't play the supporters you search for on the same turn. But Sand Slash can grab you energy with his power, and then Ladian gives you +1 if you draw a card. So TRK has other like resources to get resources outside of playing a supporter. So that's actually pretty good synergy. Okay, I think he's kind of evaluating if he needs to sacrifice Sandshrew here. Possibly dedicate his energy attachments to his bench. See Glenwood Tango getting rid of Frozen City. The DCE on Makuhita. Oh, and he does not have a second attachment. Is P. Murphy is taking its turn, plays Enhanced Hammer, plays Therapeutic Energy. So now Zekrom cannot be affected by sleep, confusion, or paralysis. And just goes for the Outrage Knockout. Now, if Zekrom takes 80 damage, that's game. But the Enhanced Hammer is very good. P. Murphy's kind of playing this Blitz tank control deck. I think the weakness that can be exploited is if he doesn't have another Pokemon ready to supply on his bench, that could be it. And it's starting to look like, deck list-wise, he might just be playing the Dow Trio. But he could be playing recovery cards like Rescue Stretchers, so... Alright, we see Makuhita. Hariyama. Commanding Aura is not into effect because of Cessation Crystal, but it does lock in Stadium cards. The current Stadium is basically locked in. Alright, we see Karina. Level Ball. And Ladian. Okay, now Ladian says prevent all damage from attacks done to your Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon with the highest HP, which matchup-wise could be very strong against P. Murphy, since Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem all have the same 100 HP stat. But, again, here is Cessation Crystal locking that out. Looking like TRK has passed. Alright, we see Stadium now. Okay. That's another flip. Heads. Might be going for Frozen City. Or Snow Point. Could be going for Snow Point Temple. There it is. Frozen City. I think TRK was trying to call with Commanding Aura, but then P. Murphy reminded him of Sensation Crystal, so that looked like. I mean, good on TRK for keeping that in mind, but yeah, Sensation Crystal is going to turn that off. See Cyclone Energy, making TRK switch. Okay, see Anorith. Does P. Murphy have another Pokemon? Again, this deck is very much playing on the razor's edge whenever he doesn't have a bench, and looks like he's not. If he takes 60, I mean, that's it, but I'm trying to think of TRK's outs here. He can't just do a double attachment to Armaldo, so... as far as I know, like, he would have to do Evo Soda, DCE on Armaldo, and then play, like, Bead, Energy Switch the fighting energy from Bead to Armaldo, to one of his bench Pokemon. Okay, discards the Sand Slash for the extra draw of Charon, or from Charon. Okay, Slumbering Forest. Now Pokemon that are asleep have to flip 2 coins. If either of them are tails, they still stay asleep. He is going to Evo Soda for Armaldo. See if he does an attachment to do some Rock Blast chip damage. Alright, we see the strong energy. Rock Blast will be hitting for 40. Alright. P. Murphy able to stick around with Zekrom active, but I do feel like if he doesn't mention other Pokemon, that's it. I mean, he could get a knockout on Armaldo, but if Hariyama is promoted, I think TRK can go into the level X and then knock out Zekrom. We do see Kaboo. If you only have one Pokemon out, you can shuffle in and draw 8 instead of 4. So I think he's hoping to get Reshiram or Zekrom, or Reshiram or Kyurem here. I think he's looking at his options. He does play a special energy that grabs basic Pokemon from the deck. Okay, we see Big Malasada, heal 20 in all special conditions. He might not play Nest Ball in this deck. And judging by what looks like a double mulligan at the start of this set, yeah, I think he's just playing the Dow Trio. So very risky. I like the deck idea for sure. It's definitely a high risk, high reward deck. If TRK can get 40 damage out, that's it. I would look at Ladian and Hariyama level X, but that actually might be... that actually could give TRK a form of an idea, like a non-intentional form of coaching, so I'm not even going to do that. But he does have Ladian and Hariyama level X as options to do potential damage. You see Arvin for the Professor's Letter and Floatstone. And TRK only needs 40 damage, but he has no energy on his board. Grass. Fighting. Alright. See a grass energy on Ladian. Floatstone on Hariyama. He's looking at his extra deck. I think he's grabbing Ladian level X. One grass energy for 40. That looks like it could be it. Punching Pass. If you played a supporter this turn, you may place that supporter in your hand. If you didn't, you may draw 2 cards. Bam, Punching Pass. And yeah, he can get the Arvin back, and that is it. P. Murphy has no bench to supplement to a new active Pokemon, so TRK takes that game. So I think if I'm P. Murphy, I'm gonna try to make sure to not. I'm gonna make sure to not prize any Pokemon. If he's just playing the Dow Trio, it is detrimental to basically not prize any of your Pokemon, because I think a big weakness of the deck is you can get benched. But it has really good strengths, so if he can cover that weakness by having another of the Dow Trio ready when one's about to get knocked out, like we just saw with Zekrom, he should be able to maintain pretty good momentum overall. If that type of game plan works out like we saw in the last 2 games. Because that's the thing, excuse me, is that P. Murphy's offensive game plan has been working, but TRK will find an out by saying, oh, by evaluating that there's no bench Pokemon. So you do lose if you get benched. Yeah, if your active Pokemon's gone and you have no bench to supply your active slot, you'll lose the game. The only case that doesn't happen is the player going second on their first turn is allowed 1 turn, at least. Alright, we are seeing Sudowoodo and Shroomish versus Zekrom as the starts for each player. Sudowoodo does copy the attacks of the defending Pokemon. You need the right energy, but this is an interesting case where P. Murphy tends to do a high-powered outrage by the first turn. If P. Murphy doesn't do 80 damage, Sudowoodo could do that same amount of damage back at Zekrom. Okay, we see the Guzma and Hala. Goes right for Cessation Crystal, Frozen City, double colorless energy. Alright, we're seeing the combo here. Frozen City, DCE, takes the self 20, so now Outrage will be hitting for 40. Cessation Crystal does turn off Mimic, so now he doesn't have to worry about an Outrage, but he might have to worry about Rumble or Watch and Learn. Alright, Outrage for 40. Has no Pokemon on the bench. Again, this is a risk. If Zekrom takes 80 damage, that's game. So TRK gets 2 attachments. He could go right for a turn 1 Watch and Learn into Outrage for 60 damage. Actually, here's the thing. TRK runs strong energy, so if he got a strong and a DCE, Rumble's hitting for 60. Watch and Learn out. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on. Attach strong, Sudowoodo takes 20. Now Frozen City's keeping him in check. I was about to say, but you know, he's getting an even stronger outrage because of P. Murphy's own Frozen City, because he can Watch and Learn and copy outrage. But the problem is, every attachment he'll take 20. Sudowoodo's only got 40 HP left, so Sudowoodo kind of locked out of attacking. He'd have to get rid of the stadium. So actually, I think what he needs to do is strong, take 20 from Frozen City, then replace the stadium, like Glimwood Tangle, let's say that. Attach DCE, use Watch and Learn, and now Outrage is doing 90 damage. Now that would be game. Alright, we see Karina goes for a fighting Pokemon and a trainer card. Makuhita. And sleep. Okay. Alright, we see sleep. Tails, okay. Alright, fighting on Makuhita. He takes 20. Is TRK regarding that he's going second and he gets another attachment though? I have to remind, I always try to remind players at tournaments, like the in-person ones, that you can attach to when you go second. Because that's huge, like that's a big momentum thing. That's part of the game balance. I don't know if TRK is regarding it or not, and I can't help him out, so. But before a tournament starts, I always try to say, in person I'll make that announcement, don't forget you can attach 2 energy if you go second. But yeah, I'm not gonna chime in now. That would just basically be coaching. But I'll make that announcement. Yeah, like I said, I'll make that announcement in person just to help people overall. We do see Kaboo and the therapeutic energy. All right, getting 8 cards now. You know P. Murphy is hoping to get Reshiram or Kiram, so he doesn't get benched. I don't think he runs any search cards aside from the special colorless energy. So he kind of has to hope to draw into one of the other Dao Trio members. We see Crushing Hammer getting rid of the fighting energy on Makuhita. I think he is once again playing on the razor's edge though, because looks like he has he has no access to playing one of the Pokemon on his bench. If TRK does 60 damage, that's game. And you know what? I think he can do it. He can Evo Soda to Breloom, attach a fighting energy, play Breloom level X. There's Breloom. Okay, Drain Punch is hitting for 40. But Breloom level X? You know, well, okay. I don't think, he might run Choice Band. If he runs Choice Band, that's game. Like, if he runs Choice Band, gets a fighting energy, that's game. Because you can Drain Punch or Hover Hit for game. But if he doesn't, he can run Breloom level X and do some coin flips and hope that he gets a knockout. We'll see. Alright, we see the Professor's letter for 2 fighting energy. He also grabbed Anorith with Karina. Oh, here we go. Highlander debut of Breloom level X. We also had a Highlander debut of Ladian level X earlier. He's gonna Bullet Barrage 7 coins. For each heads does 20. TRK needs 3 heads. Here we go. 1. That's 2. Oh, and that's it. 3 heads. That is 60 damage. That is game. TRK takes it. Okay, let me go ahead and rejoin. Very entertaining set.
Because the crystal blocks my Ladian and most of the stuff I'm trying to do. So all I can do is form change and use stuff like Armaldo or Breloom to deal damage. And otherwise I won't be able to do enough because you can hammer the energies away.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't be able to put you to sleep and accelerate with Snorlax because I'm not able to use my Poke Powers or Poke Bodies.
Yeah, that was really good control deck. P Murphy. I was wondering what TRK was going to do, but he was able to get out those form changes throughout the set to do some damage.
Yeah, just it's too hard to stop.
Are you
damage, really?
besides the special colorless energy? Are you running any other way to grab Pokemon to put on your bench?
No, don't think so.
Oh, okay. I was commentating how good pressure your deck has and disruption, and that you're basically playing on the razor's edge. Like you don't want to get benched. Is your Pokemon count just the Dow trio, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem?
Yep, just the 3. So I'm guaranteed to get, the outrage machine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, TRK, go ahead and lay out your deck. But yeah, P Murphy, I was already talking about your deck in the Discord because Sax loves the card Venture Bomb, but no one's played it yet, so I wanted to give that shout out to you. And I like you made Venture Bomb a win-win scenario. Some people look at. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just build your own plus power. So.
Yeah, because often Venture Bomb people are like, if I get Tails, why would I want that effect? Stuff like that. But yeah, you get that benefit of outrage. So I like the Snow Point Temple. I like the Fighting Fury Bell. I mean, there's a lot of offensive pressure. I was wondering if you were running like Nest Ball or something to get out another Pokemon ready. So
yeah, I gotta keep that tool card in mind. It's really strong.
Oh, I could see P Murphy
powers and bodies entirely.
I would love to see P Murphy come back with this deck idea again for sure. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah, I'll go back to the lab and see if I can improve it all.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I'm gonna be talking about it to other players. I'm sure Ryan will enjoy seeing that too. I'll keep a lookout for you too if I find a combo that might help. Honestly, if you just find a way to consistently stream one more benched Pokemon, I mean, you could lock in a ton of games. I feel like once you get like an early blitz like you were doing, it looked pretty hard for TRK to come back. So.
With the first turn knockout game too, just went off. I could have searched the plus power too.
Oh, okay, you are running plus power. Wow, yeah, super aggro.
Yeah, triple Venture Bomb, triple plus power.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome. I love how aggressive that deck is. Alright, let me go ahead and end the broadcast, and then I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. 1 second. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, thank you to P Murphy and TRK for playing. It was a lot of fun. There is an in-person monthly 2 weeks from now. That should be a lot of fun. So definitely we'll see what people bring to that. And then next month is the Sinnoh Wave update with all the Gen 4 level X's. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, well, have a good one. Stay safe. See you around.